Welcome to the full moon gathering for June 2023, an enlivening touch. Dynamic touch, characterized by moving and feeling and manipulating, can take in even more sensory data. Slowly, slowly, I invite you to rub your fingers and palms down your thighs. Then again, pet yourself as you would a beloved animal. And realize slowly, noticing each minute gradient in feel and texture. And as you move your hands, you create minute vibrations that the ridges and receptors in your skin pick up and hear. Your hands don't just see the world, they hear the world. They are a portal into music beyond ears, beyond the human, the music of texture and bodies and sensual symphonies. Sophie Strand. So welcome everyone. Welcome to this time together and this home of the full moon gatherings each month. It is my absolute pleasure to offer this deeply immersive experience of community and creativity each full moon. My name is Abby and I am one of the team at Tree Sisters, and I really want to invite you into this sacred sanctuary of togetherness for the next hour as we honor the full moon in Sagittarius, the strawberry moon that just passed. And here in the Northern Hemisphere, we find ourselves surrounded by the sensual delights of blooms and blossoms, long days of light and warmth, whilst in the Southern Hemisphere, life has fallen quiet, entering into the still and dark time. But for this next hour, wherever we're joining from, we get to share time under the light of the full moon to pause and to notice what is illuminated. So why do we do this? Why are we here? These gatherings are really about making contact, about connecting with ourselves, making contact with each other and with all of life. They're about prioritizing a restoration of ecological intimacy. They are about valuing the self-organizing intelligence of our bodies, about connecting with our senses and remembering our own elemental nature. So whatever your reason for being here, trust that it is a great reason and that you're welcome. There is a seat in this circle for you. So the vision for Tree Sisters has always been to reinstate a culture of reciprocity so that we make it as normal to give back as it currently is to take. We more deeply embed ourselves into the whole. So these calls are free if you need them to be. They are also an invitation to give back. So I'd love to invite everyone here to give back to the trees. And if you're not already a monthly donor, to perhaps consider signing up to become one. So within this series of gatherings, the focus is on slowing everything down and reconnecting to our senses, the way in which we access and experience the world. And the intention with this series of calls is that we find an ever deepening experience of our own belonging as part of the everything. And we will explore doing this by slowing down each moment of experience, inviting awareness back into the living landscape of the body. And today we continue this journey, exploring the sense of touch. So before I share a little about what will happen in the call, I would love to hear from some of you and where you are in the world and why you have joined the call today, particularly if this is your first time here. So please do come and bring your names and where you are, a little of what drew you here into the chat box. Be really good to get a sense of where we're all gathering from. Vanessa, Sierra Vista in Arizona. Welcome, Vanessa. Maria, coming. Sam, here to slow down. Welcome, Sam. Perfect timing. Catherine, calling from London. Not my first gathering, maybe the second in a few years. Well, welcome back. Angela, hello from Derbyshire. Cynthia, the Peninsula of Michigan. Tracy, going through some difficult times. Welcome, Tracy. James in London. Linda in New York. Philippa, welcome, Philippa. This is your first gathering. Judith, here to reconnect with what is important in life. Lucinda, here for some peace. Ginny from Sussex, you invited me and I came. Perfect. You're really welcome. Ashley, my first gathering and excited to be here. Welcome, Ashley. Julie, Australia, here to be in this beautiful energy. Maria, probably my 5th or 6th time releasing and manifesting. Lisa, I appreciate this reminder of our membership in nature. Welcome, Gail, your first time here in the Welsh borders. Wow, we've really got everybody everywhere. Suzanne, only just discovered Tree Sisters. I love your work and passionate about communicating with nature. Oh, you're really welcome in this circle. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, everyone. Really good to get a sense of all the different places. I'm calling Elena, first time from Guatemala. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so just to say a little more about how this call will work. In a moment, I'll offer an invitation for you to settle into yourself, to find comfort and safety for your body in the physical environment that you're in right now. And then we will journey together. And at various points, I will give specific instructions and invitations for you to come and share anything that you're noticing in the chat box. And these invitations will generally be for sharing what is waking up through your body. And if you're new to these calls, these sharings that you bring into the chat are woven together to form our co-created community prayer offering to the senses. And your participation here is welcome in whatever way that feels good. So if it does feel available, please come and share and bring your voice into the chat box. And if you would prefer to just stay with yourself and receive the call, that is also really welcome. And throughout, you're welcome to move your body in any way that helps you access felt sensations. If that supports you to tune in to the unique experience within your body, then please dance, sway, rest in stillness, roll, stretch as you listen. Just, yeah, honor the needs of your body. That's really what we're here to do. So let's land in ourselves. Just locating yourself right now, that you're here in your body, in your space, in the time of the day, wherever you are in the world, located within the external season. Just to know that there isn't a need to be any particular way. However you are and whatever you're with in this moment is absolutely welcome. So as we enter into our felt sense today, we might come close to ourselves in a particular way, potentially touching into sensitive parts and your vulnerability, your tenderness, your grief, your anger. It's all welcome here. But if at any point it feels too much or you start to feel overwhelmed, I want to invite you to find a way to come back to just noticing the contact you're making with the ground, or a place in your body that feels comfortable or neutral, so you can turn to that place as a place of resource. But just beginning to settle in now by noticing your body full of sensations, full of wisdom, and seeing how it is to just allow these sensations to be. It's really validating your own experience right in this moment. And then bringing your attention to your heart, to your belly, to your feet. Notice the place where your body is meeting the earth body, place of contact of bodies. Feeling how the earth holds you towards her at all times. And having a sense of deepening this connection by growing your roots down into the earth, making deep intertwining, interweaving contact. And noticing the possibility that in this underground world, there are also the roots of the others gathered here in circle. And as you are opening your awareness to include the shared space of all of us through this entanglement of our roots, through the planet, joined in this exploration today, and then expanding your awareness wider to include the bigger relational web of life, the all of everything that contains us, that meets us, that loves us just as we are. And then bringing your attention from outside back into yourself. And just notice that you're here, you're breathing, feeling for the movement of air in and out of your body, the rise and fall of the diaphragm, massaging awake tissues of your heart. Feeling for where you might locate your center. Bringing your attention there. And then gradually out towards your edges. As you move awareness softly between center and edges, between above and below, between the earth and the sky. Just taking a breath right here, right now. So having previously immersed ourselves in the metaphorical life of this planet, these sensory explorations are an invitation to come closer to our immediate environments. And today, to engage with the touch invitations that I'm offering, if they feel available to you and you choose to. These practices are inspired by Betty Martin's Wheel of Consent work. We're going to explore and deeply notice spaces that we're each in right now, coming together just like the forest, our own individual trees gathering into a forest of environments, creating our own diverse and amazing ecosystem. So, just beginning by noticing how sensorially aware you are right now. And there's no right or wrong, just to get a baseline. Does one sense feel more dominant than another, more finely attuned? Perhaps this might be a dominant part of your own nature, or simply something that you've been mainly engaged with so far in your day. Before we explore the sense of touch in your current environment, simply beginning by noticing how you're experiencing this moment through all of your senses. Fleeting check in with what you can see. What are you touching and what is touching you? Are you present to any smells or tastes? And then noticing the multi-layered soundscape that may be surrounding you. Softly encouraging the sensory body to open up to receptivity. No forcing, just gently dropping in. And just noticing now, how does your body receive this invitation to soften and open into receptivity? What do you notice? Does somewhere particular in your body come alive, or somewhere feel resistance? Coming and sharing in the chat now. What happens in my body with an invitation to soften and open? What am I noticing? So if you feel to, just bringing your voice into the chat box and returning gently to your own space. What was it like to just begin to awaken the senses, to invite that quality of receptivity? And then I want to invite you to bring your attention to your hands, your eyes open or eyes closed. Just beginning by simply touching fingertip to fingertip. Feeling one hand with the other hand. And however your touch is right now, just slowing it down even more. Notice temperature and texture. Maybe some part of your hands or fingers are warm, and others are cooler. Just noticing Taking a breath and really, really slowing down. And recalling how the tips of our fingers have an exceptional number of nerve endings. And so much of our experience comes in through the intelligence of touch. Taking a moment to marvel at the wonder of these hands, these fingertips. Appreciating how they may have supported you in your life. Offering them kindness and compassion. They have or do experience pain or challenge. Honoring the part that they play as a bridge between the internal and the external. Just continuing to explore one hand with the other, backs of the hands, the palms of the hands, the fingertips. And what are you noticing as the touch receptors of your hands wake up? If they do, it's completing the sentence. Touching my own hands feels like coming into the chat and sharing. Touching my own hands feels like and then softly bringing your attention back into yourself. And noticing any increase in sensitivity as the fingertips made contact with the keys to share about your experience. And then coming back into your own space. And looking around you now, just noticing if there is an object from nature that you're able to hold in your hand. Perhaps you have a rock or fallen leaf, crystal, piece of wood, or some natural fabrics. Just take a moment to engage with something in your space, asking its permission to be explored. And just bringing the object that you're present to into the palms of your hands. And finding a comfortable place to hold the object. So maybe in your lap or on a cushion. Really just so you can touch and feel this companion without strain or too much effort. And very, very slowly beginning to explore the object. Slow down your touch even more. Taking a breath. And try exploring with eyes open, with eyes closed. Again, feeling the shapes and textures of this object. Notice what you like about touching it, what you don't like. So meeting this friend in your hands, both as if it's the first time you've ever encountered them and the last time that you ever will. So deepening your presence with this being. Are you touching them or are they touching you? Be curious about the difference and tune in to this subtle encounter. Perhaps it's like you're in a dance together. And as your curiosity increases, just notice if this object has a mood or an atmosphere. As you get to know it, as you listen to it through the ears of your hands, and coming and sharing in the chat. What is this object? Does it have a mood or an atmosphere? Taking a moment to share. And then coming back to your encounter with this object. And perhaps this is an object you found in nature, and there are some memories associated with it. Perhaps you have ideas about the life it had before you met. Perhaps it was a gift. Just letting any thoughts drift by, and bringing your attention as fully as possible into your hands. Simply coming back to touch. Explore the different parts of your hands with the object. Take some moments in stillness. Breathe. Go slow. It's common to think of touch as energy going out towards the object, but through slowing our touch like this, through refining it, we begin to learn about the information flowing inwards. What are you noticing in your body as you deepen in contact with this friend via touch? If this being had a voice and could speak, what would it be saying? And just trusting what emerges and coming and sharing in the chat. If this being had a voice and could speak, what words would it be speaking? And then coming back to the gentle connection, noticing yourself both doing the touching and receiving the touch. Just a couple more moments. Coming into stillness. taking a moment of appreciation as you feel for the journey this friend has been on, perhaps the time or distance it has travelled. Just feeling for a moment in awe of their story. Before placing them down again. And then noticing how it is to let go of the object. And to make touch contact with yourself again. With your own hands or somewhere on your body. Finding words that come close to describing any sensations you're excuse me, you're aware of in your body, and bringing those into the chat. How was it to be with the object and to let the object go? And dropping back into yourself now. I want to invite you to find a place to rest, to be comfortable. Perhaps you want to rest with the object. And as you rest, just noticing where touch is still happening, where you are touching, where you are being touched. These points of contact that remind us of our physicality, of our earthly body here and now. Perhaps it feels more passive now, or possibly not. Touch of clothes, ground or the chair, whatever is beneath you right now. There's an opportunity to be held now by the touch of the earth and to simply receive, as I offer our co-created poem, to touch and the multitude of textures and sensations across our shared space. So taking a breath to bring yourself into rest. Landing. And together, we've created this ode to touch. My body wants to relax. My mind wants to keep thinking and doing. My body welcomes it. Sweeping, beautiful tiredness feels sweet. Cool air touches my skin. Quiet, well-being and happiness. Dropping down, home, slow, receive, to receive what is here. The general buzz of the day and constant movement and thinking starts to settle, starting from the head down. My body wants to relax. My mind wants to keep thinking and doing. It feels sweet. It feels sweet, relaxing into non-silence. My joints ache a bit and ask to be moved, to be stretched. Particularly soft, silky. Just before this, I was zooming along a London bike path on high alert. It feels very relaxing to be in the space with everyone. My body feels grounded. My body is grateful for this opportunity to be heard. I have been looking and doing all day. How great to be, to feel. Relaxing into non-silence, dropping into dark shadows. Dropping into dark shadows, returning home. Tickly, soft, silky. Tickly, soft, silky. My body is grateful for this opportunity to be heard. There's a deep longing in my body for rest and letting go of all the holdings of a lifetime. Returning. Fingertips are leathery and dry. What animal am I? Reptile-like. Very reliable. Very reliable gratitude. Deep gratitude. A prayer. A prayer returning home. I'm thankful that I can feel my fingers and fingertips. I'm thankful that I can feel my fingers and fingertips. Touching my own hands feels like comfort. Astonishing, tender, blessed, particularly fun, happy. Particularly fun, happy connection. Touching my own hands feels like gentle self-intimacy. A journey to meet an old friend, a dance, curiosity. Holding my mother's hands as a child, love, sadness, gratitude, a dance. Discovering the changes within, a prayer. Astonishing, tender, blessed. Returning to gentle awareness. Returning to gentle awareness. Tickle and heighten awareness. Amethyst, sharp and heavy. It warms in the nest of my hand. Holding my crystal, heavy coolness. My cat coming to massage me. Discovering the changes within. Sharpness for protection. A long-haired sheepskin cushion. Feels warm and comforting and springy. Rose quartz crystal. Feeling its edges, its coolness, the beautiful color. Comfort, health giving, reformed nature. It warms in the nest of my hand, sharpness for protection, tickle and heighten awareness. An angel made of wood, left from Christmas. Smooth and rough simultaneously. Woody branch explodes into 100 greens. It's solid and strong, yet adaptable and open to change with the flow of water and time. An angel made of wood, left from Christmas. I am sitting at my kitchen table and found a beautiful green lime. I feel the generosity of this fruit, how it gives so much, and how utilitarian my attitude has been. How grateful I feel as I experience its complexity and beingness. It's a golden wind rose, rough at the dark parts and smooth at the lightful parts. An angel made of wood, rough and smooth simultaneously. Icelandic stone, velvety, smooth, somber. Also pebbly, playful, rolling over each digit. Silk tongue touch, dark, wanting, held close. Honor your jagged edges. smooth and rough simultaneously, comfort, health, giving, reformed nature. Reformed nature. Don't worry, I am with you. Don't worry, I am with you. You are safe with me. Allow yourself to grow. Icelandic stone, velvety, smooth, somber, also pebbly, playful, rolling over each digit, silk tongue touch, dark, wanting, held close. You are safe with me. You are safe with me. Honor the beauty that lives inside of you, soft, serrated tongue finding the light. Allow yourself to grow. Use my gift well. Just bloom. Just bloom. Honor the beauty that lives inside of you. Cherish the deep. Cherish the deep. I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am Father Time. Slow down. I am very old, and I will still be here long after you have left your body. I am beautiful. Just bloom. The world is full of gifts of astonishment. Time is not important, safe and grounded. Feel my softness on your skin. Heed my message. I am Father Time. Slow down. Feel my softness on your skin. Heed my message. A fossil fragment, soft as velvet to the touch, cool and comforting. Time is not important. Time is not important. I have a story and a beauty. I have a story and a beauty, safe and grounded. The world is full of gifts of astonishment. Holding, being held, holding, being held. Exquisite beauty. I will protect you. I will protect you. I am the salt of the earth, here to nurture, support, illumine, and heal. Everything changes, soften, and flow. I feel a sense of stillness. I feel a sense of stillness. Syrup. Syrup. From ocean to hand, time is meaningless. Deeply storied bring gifts, a sense of resonance and peace. A sheep gave its life to give me warmth, heaviness, heaviness, an extension, softness. I am sinking, feeling connected to myself and life through the encounter. Tingling tunnels, exploding lights, tingling tunnels, exploding lights, a buzzing warmth. Ocean is always with me. Ocean is always with me, feeling calm and peaceful now and filled with gratitude and humility. Natural intelligence. Touchstone. From touching and being touched, I feel affection for an ordinary household object that I might take for granted. Part of tree life. From a tiny bud to grow, to be plucked, travel, come to my kitchen. A warmth in my belly. Ocean is always with me, a buzzing warmth. Tingling tunnels, exploding lights, softness, touchstone, supported and safe. A coolness in my limbs, a warmth in my belly, deeply storied, bring gifts. From ocean to hand, from ocean to hand, time is meaningless, everything changes, soften and flow. I am the salt of the earth, here to nurture, support, illumine and heal. I will protect you. I will protect you. Time is not important. The world is full of gifts. My softness on your skin. I am beautiful. Woody, branch explodes into 100 greens. It warms in the nest of my hand, the nest of my hand, holding my mother's hands as a child, discovering the changes within: amethyst, curiosity, dance, sadness, astonishing, tickly, connection, gratitude, a prayer, very reliable returning home. I can feel my fingers and fingertips. How great to be, to feel. Deep longing in my body, rest and letting go of all the holdings of a lifetime. My body is grateful for this opportunity to be heard. My joints ache a bit. Astonishing, tender, discovering, tickle, sharpness for protection. A long-haired sheepskin cushion, rose quartz crystal, solid and strong. An angel made of wood. Icelandic stone, velvety, smooth, somber. I am Father Time, slow down. I am very old and I will still be here long after you have left your body. Just bloom, cherish the deep. Use my gift well. I have a story and a beauty. I have a story and a beauty. I will protect you. Exquisite beauty. From ocean to hand, a sense of stillness, a sense of resonance and peace, heaviness, softness, thinking, natural intelligence, a warmth in my belly, supported and safe. Honor the beauty that lives inside of you. You are safe with me. Allow yourself to grow. You are safe with me. Cherish the deep, exquisite beauty, holding, being held, holding, being held. Everything changes, soften and flow, soften and flow. I will protect you. Softness, natural intelligence, feeling calm and peaceful now, filled with gratitude and humility. Tingling tunnels, exploding light, supported and safe. Supported and safe. A warmth in my belly. Peaceful now. Supported and safe. Just taking a breath as you receive the words of our co-created poem, our offering to touch. And just gently inviting the body to awaken, returning into this current time and space, taking a yawn and a stretch, making contact with your own body, taking a look around the space that you're in and continuing to feel the support of the ground. As you just reflect on how it was to hear your words amongst others. How it was to receive the poem as a whole. And just, yeah, feeling the place that you find yourself in right now. You very gently and slowly return to current time and space. And I just want to invite anything that needs to be spoken to bring it into the chat. We just have a few moments to come together in circle again, to close and to integrate the experience. Yeah, so how was that to hear, receive, hear your words against others? Olga says, what a wonderful weaving of beautiful, slow words of vitality. Beautiful word, the vitality, I think, yeah. Anything that you want to share that you feel would be supportive to landing this experience. Thank you for weaving all our words into beautiful healing community. Oh, such a pleasure. Ellie, it's beautiful to step into this deeply sensory space. Oh, thank you, Catherine. A lovely journey opened my eyes to a new space. Wonderful to share with all of you. I feel I have been given courage and grounding. Beautiful. Anchor, the words are still tingling in my body. Esther, that was lovely. Seeing the beauty, the bountiful richness here. Slow, slow, still. Yes, if you do have the opportunity to continue your day or your evening in a slow way, I would deeply encourage that. A lovely restful experience. Thank you, Linda. An owl's hoot outside is a full stop to this beautiful poem. Oh, it's magic. Perfect timing, Marcel. Thank you for sharing that. Alison, feeling enlivened and nourished. Beautiful. It's really good to hear your voices, know that you're all still there, finding your way with this. And yeah, I would really like to invite you to spend some time in a space of deep, slow attention to touch over this next month, taking yourself out into nature and perhaps, yeah, exploring something that you haven't touched before, intentionally seeking touch that feels good, slowing down to just notice the numerous textures around you as you're out in nature. Just finding a way to really bring yourself into contact, come into relationship, to connect through sense of touch, and as much as possible to bring your whole being present to touch and to just notice. There's nothing to get right or wrong, but to just be in the slowness of mindful, connected touch. So thank you very much for joining us More words coming in, peaceful and connected, very nourished. It's a real pleasure. And I want to also say thanks to Melanie for their support, for holding all the technical goodness behind the scenes, and many blessings to you all for this moon that just passed. And I hope that all the magic surrounding you will be illuminated by this moon, and you find fun things to explore out. And yeah, next month in July, we will continue this series and we will be exploring our sense of smell. So I really look forward to gathering with you all again next month as we continue to enliven our sensory selves. We thank you for being with us today and for bringing your voices into this beautiful poem. And we look forward to gathering again next month. Thank you so much. Full moon blessings to everyone.